scrays underneath the left eye going in here for Mbityi by the look of it. Nothing much.
Seconds out.
How good is this South African? The record says that he's durable and busy and competent. He looked at when he came here and fought Peter Coleshaw. Neither of them with the record of being sledgehammer hitters. This is likely to be a fascinating battle of wits and skills and maybe speed too. Will Kelly have the edge in that department as the younger man? White trunks of Damean Kelly from Belfast. In recent years, Dave Boy McCauley brought a world championship back home to Northern Ireland.
You would think Kelly will be looking to use his speed and his technical ability in this fight. It's got to be lots of angles in and out nice and quickly, build up the points.
Could be a bit of a reconnaissance mission in this first round between these two. Just if he's got fast hands, that's one of the opening impressions of Mbityi.
Well, that's one of the advantages that Kelly normally has. So if he takes that away, that could make it very tricky for Damean Kelly.
Hey! Stand back, both of you. No shot. Right wing, well done.
All the time with Kelly, and we don't know half one about it. There is that worry over cuts with him. It's cost him in the past. He's busy too, Mbityi early on. Rangy punches thrown from quite a way out. Switch hitting as well. Mbityi there.
Kelly was ready for that one, just caught him with a counter as Mbityi did switch.
Although Kelly's only had 13 pro fights, he is pretty battle-hardened so extensively around the globe as an amateur. Particularly dedicated little man. Just out of range once or twice with these shots, Mbityi.
But he has a long, sort of slashing-like puncher.
You'd worry about that with the cuts, wouldn't you?
You would.
Slashing punches, aren't they?
Yep, just the way he lets them go, the long and the arced and the very fast.
Now, busy. Both of them in the round.
I thought that was a better round for Damean Kelly. I just thought he was a bit busier,
10 seconds.
but there wasn't a great deal in it.
Very close round.
Seconds out.
Clear the ring.
Two.
Michael Hawkins, the main man in the corner for Damean Kelly. They've been together 12 years, amateur and pro, Kelly and Hawkins. Somewhere in the crowd will be Uncle Leo Rooney, who's there every time Kelly fights. Good shots from the South African combination. Just off balance more than anything there, Mbityi. Second defence of this IBO title for Mbityi here. easier so far in the opening minute of this second round.
Well, that's what Mbityi had to contend with.
Good shot, wasn't it, that right hand? Picked it ever so well. One little gap left, and Mbityi was there. His hand speed is impressive.
It also looks as if he has the reach and the height advantages over Kelly.
This could boil up into a fascinating battle. There's another good right hand from Mbityi. He's got through with that 2 or 3 times. And then the left hook, and then another clipping right. But is there a bit of damage starting under the left eye of Mbityi? Remember I mentioned that scraze he seemed to have on the way in.
Where would you want to stay?
Well, there is a bit developing there. It's a good round, this guy.
It is a good round. Kelly started fast, but Mbityi come back with some good, heavier looking punches. And Kelly's had to answer that by trying to up his work rate again.
Smashing left jab from Kelly. Oh, big left hook too. Winning there from Kelly. He's a little bit unsteady for a moment, Mbityi, when that landed. He was taken out in a couple of rounds by baby Jake McLaren a long time ago.
This is good from Kelly. Plenty of concentration, fired up.
Excellent action there. Well, this could be boiling up into something special.
It could be good. I mean, they're going to have to fight. They're going to have to get close. Both of them have got good skills. Both of them are very sharp. So they're going to have to get a bit involved, and that's what they're starting to do. And the action is good when they come together. Sharp punches. Just catching Kelly on the forehead there, and then another right hand to the side of the head. Kelly, he came back well from that. He started nice and fast and came back towards the end.
Clipping little right hand from Mbityi.
Cool, there's 10 seconds.
There's that kick going in there, just on the point of the chin from Kelly.
Seconds out. Clearing. Round 3.
Third round. White trunks, Damean Kelly, Belfast. The red of the man defending the IBO championship here, Zolile Mbityi from East London in South Africa. And we've seen in recent years how dangerous the South Africans can be. Sports thriving over there. Quite clear too that Mbityi is not going to let this championship go even away from home without a very, very stiff defence. Kelly's going to have to earn this. It's a big test for him.
Nice work inside, just making Mbityi miss to the head. Kelly using that jab quite well. Just trying to beat Mbityi to the punch.
Both of these two men proven over the full 12-round distance. Indeed, Mbityi's done it 15 times. Kelly 4 already.
Well, Mbityi just starting to pick up his pace in the middle part of this round.
Kelly blocking the shots, though. He's making Mbityi miss a fair bit then.
Yes, he is. He's got a good defence. Kelly moves the head an awful lot, a lot of upper body movement.
Dealing with his own jabs. That right hand whistled past the end of the chin of Kelly, whose reflexes were good enough. Good left hand there, just disorganised in defence for a moment, Mbityi. And Kelly taking advantage, as is his wont. It's a fascinating little battle of skills, this, isn't it? Locked in the way with his gloves.
Excellent defence from Damean. Good head movement, defending the knee. He's getting himself out of any kind of trouble.
He's boxed beautifully defensively in this round so far. Blocking, parrying shots, slipping them, sliding. He's been quite clever, Kelly, in this round so far. Got caught by that right hand, mind you.
Still, Kelly just sharper to the punch, just doing that bit extra in each round.
Yeah, Kelly for me, though.
World Championship Boxing next week on Saturday Fight Night. It's Johnny Nelson defending the WBO World Cruiserweight title against Adam Watt of Australia. Sky Sports 1 next Saturday night from 8. But here tonight, this is living up to expectations. Kelly in world class against this South African. Back to Glenn.
Yeah, thanks, Paul. And several different interpretations of what we're seeing going on around me at the moment. Glenn's given all three to Kelly. I believe it 2-1 to Kelly. Mickey Cantwell, former world title challenger, sitting behind me. He's given all three to Mbityi so far. So there you go. Red tracks of the South African champion. The white Kelly from Belfast.
Well, I think you've got to say that these rounds are open to interpretation because there's not a lot in any of them. They're both winning. It's a very technical fight. Both are doing good things in each round. I just think Kelly's doing that little bit more in each round.
Break! Coming out! Watch the head when you come out. So much for the show break.
It's dangerous with that right hand, Mbityi. Doesn't pack a lot of power. That's what his record says anyway. Only 10 knockout wins in 30 fights.
Kelly with that right hand. He has to watch that nasty bit of scar tissue on that left eye.
He's holding up so far. Tell you what will be interesting here. How many punches are thrown in this contest? I wonder what the computer's going to say at the end. It'll be a lot.
The computer's going to have to be working a little bit this evening.
He could blow a fuse. As this is going on, both of them will be getting their boxing brains working. Who will be the first to work the other one out a bit. Those right hands look quite dangerous from Mbityi, and he needs to watch that, Kelly, particularly with the cut-prone nature of that face of his. There it is again. Mbityi is bringing that into play a lot in this session.
Yes, Kelly's not been as effective with his jab in this round. Mbityi has done well with that long right hand.
He really has got fast hands, isn't he? Almost blurring at times. Makes it hard to slip the shots.
This little guy's very, very quick.
They weigh no more than flat race jockeys, of course. This is the division which which over the years Britain has had more success in at world level than any other. So let's join Ed Robinson, who has Mickey Camwell with him.
Mickey, you've got Mbityi ahead at the moment, haven't you?
Yeah, I've got him slightly ahead. The reason being, you know, Damean's throwing double jabs, treble jabs, but the other guy's slipping them. And Mbityi, what he's doing, he's hitting roundhouse right hooks, left hooks. And he, for me, at this moment in time, he's catching the cleaner shots. That's just puts him slightly in front.
He's proving very awkward, isn't he?
You know, he's moving from side to side, he's throwing shots from awkward angles, and he throws like an awkward body shot as well, and comes back with an awkward right hand, which Damean's got to be very careful because of the cuts.
Thank you.
Let's have a look at what the computer is making of things so far. They've both thrown exactly 220 punches so far in 4 rounds. Kelly landing just a few more, a lot missing, because only an 18% success rate for Kelly, and Mbityi a bit less. Interesting. Okay. Here's the 5th round, due to go 12 for the IBO's Flyweight Championship, and the many governing bodies we have around these days. In fact, Mbityi's already fought for WBF, WBO, WBU, IBO, and most other letters in the alphabet, I guess.
Kelly just wasn't getting through the jab, wasn't getting his punches off as cleanly. And he's just got to be wary of this right hand, which is coming more and more into play from Mbityi.
That's a good left hand too from Mbityi. Long-range shots. It's funny, isn't it? The stats, the tail of the tape said that Kelly had a slight reach advantage. Doesn't look that way, does it?
It isn't. It looks as if Mbityi looks slightly taller, slightly longer arms.
Sometimes these things can lie a bit.
Well, sometimes it just depends who's got the tape measure.
Goes into the right hand again, Kelly.
And the left hook from Mbityi, which would look a good shot.
He's just enjoying things out at long range at the moment, Mbityi. Kelly has somehow got to find the range to get his jab working and see if he can get the rest of his repertoire working off that. He's gone through some toughish battles before, mind you, this little Irishman, particularly the one against Alexander Mamutov, the Russian. That was a very tight call for the European Championship back in February.
Mbityi landing with that left hook. He's just catching Kelly as Kelly comes out.
Kelly needs to find an answer to this. He's just finding it hard to get in range to work effectively.
Hey, come out. Watch your head when you come out. Watch your head.
Watch the use of the heads, says Paul Thomas, the referee from Derby.
He just seems to be settling down into a better rhythm on Mbityi, getting his shots off crisper now.
There's a little danger at the moment for Kelly that the South African may be taking control of the contest in this phase of it. Anyway, it's a good left hook there from Kelly. Got there with the left hook, but Mbityi seemed to take it easily enough. Mbityi only taking ahead here. I'll tell you what, old Mickey Cantwell makes me laugh. He said he had Mbityi slightly ahead when he was talking to Ed Robinson earlier on. He's given him all 5 so far.
Yeah, he's given 5 points ahead. Well, that's some good work. And certainly I give Mbityi the last 2 rounds. He's just settling better, just getting the timing. He's starting to catch Kelly more and more.
I've got it 3 rounds to 2 for Mbityi in the red trunks, defending his IBO championship here in his 2nd defence. Exactly, won last year in Poland against one Dimitar Alipiev over the full distance. Defended it in London against Sandro Oviedo of Argentina. Most people seem to have missed that one. Wonder why. Now, what can Kelly do about this? Good body shot, little right hand on the inside from Kelly.
Work with 2 hands if you want to stay there.
Judges from Denmark and the USA, plus Britain's Roy Francis scoring this. Ref Paul Thomas does not score. Just switch hitting Mbityi. Leading with the right for a moment.
Hold yourself there. This isn't working so. Hold on.
It's a nice counter from Kelly. Most of the problems that a fighter's likely to face in a ring, Kelly will have come across at some point or another in that long amateur career of his. 5 Irish titles, 30 best, world and Euro bronze. 96 Olympian as well. In his 3rd bout. While we're on the subject of the Olympics, best of luck, Audley Harrison. A little more in Mbityi now.
Well, there's been a lot of missed punches in this round. Both fighters, neither one that accurate.
Right from Kelly there. It's tightened up a bit for Kelly in this round, making the South African miss more. Signs that he might be coming to terms with some of the problems. Got there with the left hook as well, and the second one. Better round for Kelly, this. More movement from him. He's got a good boxing brain, hasn't he? Left hook to the body too. Now this is different.
Yes, he has got a good boxing brain. He works things out, he keeps cool, works things out as he goes along.
I'll give that round to Kelly. And I have the fight dead level at this point. But never mind about me. Let's go over to Spencer Oliver. See what he has to say about it.
Yeah, I've got Mbityi winning this fight by a couple of rounds at the moment. He's the one that's holding the centre of the ring. He's making Kelly do all the work, but Kelly's not fighting the right fight. He's trying to stand with him. What he's got to do, he's got to move, give him a lot more movement, move side to side, force him into it, start bringing a few feints into it, forcing Mbityi to lead off, because he's waiting for Kelly to lead off, and he's coming over the top with his own shots.
Thanks, Spencer. Former European super bantamweight champion, of course, Spencer Oliver. It's a tight one, and it's a difficult one for Kelly, this, isn't it? No formality, that's for certain.
It is. I've got it a bit different from a few of you. I've got Kelly still ahead. I think he's boxing quite well, quite neatly, just 2 points ahead. He's got a good boxing brain. He's figuring things out as he goes along. He's right in there.
A big difference of opinion about how this is going. White trunks, remember, of Damean Kelly, who is very keen on his fitness with his runs on the Lisbon Road in Belfast. Doesn't usually like to watch videos of his opponents. He lets Michael Hawkins, the trainer, do that. He has the feeling that if he watches the videos, he'll only worry himself.
Well, that often is the way. saying is just look, you know, you so many street fighters in there.
Kelly, you're talking too long.
So you get a wrong opinion.
I'd love to have a little preview looking at the judges' scorecards here. Some people have suggested that they should be made public as we go along. Don King, I remember, suggested that a few years ago, but I think it would spoil all the drama.
Coming out. Watch the end, Kelly. Watch the end. Go.
Just tightened up, Kelly. That's a great left hook. That was a terrific shot, and he seemed to hurt Mbityi a bit then. He seemed to just shake his head as if he was trying to shake off the effects of the punch. I've very rarely seen a fighter do that.
Yes, that was a sharp counter from Kelly. That did rock the head of Mbityi.
Slowed up a bit, the South African here. His hands are dropping. Much better spell in the fight now for Kelly. He's giving the South African lots of lateral movement, plenty of angles. Ooh, there was that right hand though.
He really is trying to keep it his game plan. Kelly, lots of movement, lots of fast hands.
He's beginning to look a bit tired to me, Mbityi, in this round.
Yeah, not doing as much as he was early on. And maybe this constant movement, this relentless jab and all that is taking its toll.
Maybe it's just a little spell he's going through. He switched hit there. See that? Moved to lead with the right hand and threw in a left, and that really confused Kelly. Here he goes again, look. He's trying to change the path there a bit.
Keep that head up, Kelly. Keep your head up. You're talking too long.
Well, they both had some good spells in this round.
Two thinking fighters in there. London cab driver, Mick Williamson. There are a lot of them about in this boxing business, by the way, working there with the ends well on the cut for Damean Kelly. It's not really a cut, I think it's precautionary what they're doing there, isn't it?
Yeah, that's just a bit of swelling, just trying to ease that down, just pushed away from the eye in case it does turn into a cut. So, very good left hook from Kelly. There it is again. And that's some good work in the 7th round.
And here comes the 8th. The IBO's Flyweight Championship up for grabs here. Mbityi, let me remind you, the one defending it. All the time, switch hitting, leading with the right now, you'll notice, look. He's trying to confuse Kelly. Seen some switch hitters who only end up confusing themselves, mind you.
Sometimes. He's got to be very good if he's going to switch it against someone like Damean Kelly, because he's very technical. He'll come up against lots of southpaws in his years. So Mbityi might just make a mistake.
He slipped there, just slipped. No knockdown, no count. Just a wet punch out in the middle of the ring. Maybe somebody spilled a cup of tea or something, I don't know. In action here, aren't there?
Yes, there certainly is. Both very clever, very technical, good skills. Kelly's better jabbing there from him.
That's great right hand. Didn't he pick that punch well, Kelly? He really does have a lot of talent, Damean Kelly. He could really go all the way in this flyweight division. He has has that ability, I think.
One of the things you admire about Kelly is his concentration. He seems to just keep it right all the time. Never lets anything really bother him.
Kelly, be careful with that head.
A minute to go in round 8. In this high-class battle of skills. Just to say that plenty of punches are missing, but that is due in quite a large measure to the defensive abilities and reflexes of the two men.
Kelly still lots of lateral movement, side to side, bending the knees, ducking the head, good defensively.
Keep them shots, watch those low shots. Okay, box
Watch
off.
the low blows, says Paul Thomas, who's just let them get on with it here. Haven't noticed him, sign of a referee having a good fight, I guess. There is a slippery patch in the middle of that ring, you know, that could be dangerous for the two fighters. They could be left off balance and open to a shot.
But sometimes happen with the painted advertisement on the canvas. Sometimes get slippy late in a fight.
So that's a bit of a worry. I don't know what they can do about that. I think the answer is nothing. Two technicians, and at the moment, Kelly may be just looking the more complete of the two. What do you reckon?
I think he is. I think his concentration is better. Mbityi's starting to tire. Kelly's keeping the good boxing going, better jab work there. And I think he's just doing more work, better work. Mbityi's still dangerous, still gets his shots on. Kelly with his good concentration, his good work rate, just doing the more for me.
Worth remembering too, and this could be a factor, that when he fought Peter Coleshaw, Mbityi tended to fade over the last third of the fight. So could that happen again here? Look at that, 79 landed Kelly, 73 landed, and over 800 punches thrown. No shortage of work rate here, Glenn.
No, we knew that's what it would be like. Damean Kelly throws an awful lot of shots, but so's Mbityi. He's doing well as well.
Stop boxing, I shan't break it, stand back. Watch that elbow, okay?
Watch the elbow this time is the warning from the referee. You probably heard that from Kelly. It's the old trick, following in the left hook, and if it misses, the elbow might hit. Mike Tyson's quite good at it. Not the only one, mind you. Part of the dirty tricks department.
Now, come out.
About that.
Thanks a lot.
No, I'm not suggesting for one moment. Well, you were a pro fighter, weren't you?
Mbityi's starting to get through, just pushing Kelly on the back foot here, looking to attack more than he has in the last few rounds.
Kelly's reflexes, excellent. It's one of the first things a fighter loses with age. Mbityi looking to get aggressive and try to back Kelly up here, but to do that he's going to have to cut off the corners. There's no doubt about it, the South African feeling the need to try something different.
Nice boxing there, good use of the jab from Kelly.
Hey, no shots! No.
Coming up to the last minute of the 9th round, into the home stretch of this one now. Nice left hand from Kelly, dodging this way and that all the time, giving the South African angles. Just trying to bamboozle him a little.
It's so difficult when you don't have an opponent in front of you who's giving it constant movement. It's very, very difficult to set yourself to get your shots off.
And this is what Kelly's done by way of an answer to those punches from long range that were picking him up in around the 3rd and 4th.
Yes, he really is. He's such an educated boxer. obviously you don't get the honours in the amateur game that he has got without knowing your way around the ring, without being able to think on your feet.
Left hook again there from Kelly.
Keep that on him,
Just
Kelly.
looking
Keep
the
your head
more
up.
economical. There's not much in it. So I wonder what Mickey Campbell's scorecard is saying now. Ed Robinson's with him.
Mickey, how are you reading the fight now?
I've got his fight of two halves in my eyes. Damean Kelly's looking stronger, fresher, and he's clawing the rounds back, and I think if he continues the way he's going, he's going to become the new RBI champion of the world.
You think he can still nick it on points even though he lost the early rounds?
Yeah, I think so. I think like the first few rounds, I scored the other guy, but they was close. But Damean Kelly's doing a much fresher work, cleaner punching. His legs are a lot more lively than the other guys. And I think, yeah, the way he's going, he's going to be the new champion.
Maybe score stoppage?
I don't think so. I think the other guy's very durable, like all South Africans, you know. So I see it as a points victory.
Thank you very much.
Still the precautionary work going on the delicate skin of Damean Kelly.
But it really was good boxing in the last round. He just kept everything nice. He didn't do a great deal, but the punches that might have got through were from Kelly.
Here's round 10. 9 minutes remaining. Kelly caught early on. Just a little lapse of concentration more than anything. Now he's back to the lateral movement again. Mbityi
No shot. Right
with the
clean.
left hook, getting home. 2 good head punches already from Mbityi in this round. This South African really would be a dangerous customer if he had some power to go with his punches from a long way out, wouldn't he?
Yes, he would, but likewise, Damean Kelly would be a terrific fighter if he had more power.
He's always going to have to do it the long way, I think, at top level, Kelly.
Mbityi closing in on this round. He means business. He's starting to land more and more. It's been a good start of the round for Mbityi.
Left hook gets home from Kelly. Mbityi maybe just doing that bit more in this session so far, though. Having his best round in a while. He looks more tired of the two, though, doesn't he, the South African? His gloves have dropped down and his mouth just gaping open a little, and his legs not with the earlier spring.
That's right, but you would say that Kelly must have great fitness because he's kept moving throughout this contest. And as we've seen the computer, they're both throwing pretty much similar amounts of punches.
Judges have got their work cut out. Oh, that was a hefty-looking left hand from Mbityi.
Well, he's definitely having a better success in this round. Mbityi started just to land some stinging shots to Kelly, and Kelly needs to maybe just take a bit of time out and get in the bike a bit, just regroup himself.
Kelly had a really good run. In fact, I'd given him 4 rounds on the bounce going into this one.
Butts on.
3 points ahead going into the 10th. So beautiful counter with a right hand from Damean Kelly. Last 20 seconds of the 10th.
Kelly starting to get his boxing together at the end of this round, but he took a few in the early part of it. And I think this has definitely been Mbityi's round.
There's a bell to end it. Mbityi punches the air. I wonder what the scorecard in his head is saying. How good are fighters, do you think, at knowing the way the fight's going? In my experience, I think not very good.
Not very good, certainly not these days. But you normally feel whether you're winning, beating your opponent. You feel whether you're strong and how it's going. That gives you a good guide. But it's very hard to second guess judges.
Well, we have enough trouble, don't we?
We certainly do.
It's the recent Michael Brody, Willie Yoreen fight. improved. The debate goes on about that one. There's the success rate. More for the South African, but this is round 10 only, by the way, just to clarify that. Is there more landed too by Mbityi, who edged the round. Have you got it, Glenn?
I've got it 3 points ahead to Kelly. I think the last second part of the fight he's pulled ahead quite well.
Be a bit quick in that corner.
I've got 2 points for Kelly. White trunks, remember, Damean Kelly from Turf Lodge in Belfast reluctantly gave up his European title to concentrate on this bid for the IBO's championship.
And that's a big step because there's some good money around at the European level.
And if he can come through this, it might project him into some really big battles, maybe in Belfast with those top-class Thais and Mexicans. Far East fighters that seem to dominate the genuine world top 10. It was very, very hard and talented division. There are always so many good men around. Inside the last 5 minutes of this now.
Starting to tire now. Even Kelly looking to hang on a bit there, give himself a few seconds rest.
Well, they've got every right to tire, because they've never stopped working, the pair of them. It looks like it'll go to points, this, but you never know. With these fighters' time, maybe one punch could turn everything around. There's always that factor to mix into the equation.
Kelly's still trying to keep busy, but a lot of punches missing in this round.
Before Mbityi can counter, he's away again. Lightning fast reflexes.
Left uppercut from Kelly.
Just that bit more open, Mbityi. Gloves have been low for several rounds.
Let him come out. Stand back. Well done.
Right hand counter again. Kelly picked the punch really to perfection. Then the left to the body. Then he's off on his bike again. Knows what he's doing in there.
Right. Come out. Watch that head. Kelly, watch that head.
Kelly for me on that one, despite Mbityi, is out a little message to the judges every time he raises his arms up.
Yes, I think that's his experience. You know, he's just trying to take the judge's eyes, you know, just to try and say that he's got confidence.
Just to remind you about the stamina factor here now. Mbityi's been scheduled to go 12 rounds 15 times and Kelly 6. How many times have they completed it? Mbityi on 9 occasions and Kelly 4. So stamina's not a problem, is it, for either of these two? You wouldn't think so.
It's not. Both of these fighters, they used to go in the distance. Neither one of them are big power punches. So, you know, all the time they've had long fights. So they'll have trained hard for that.
Frank Maloney working in the corner that time.
Yes, he's always been very close to Damean Kelly.
He thinks already that Kelly's the best flyweight in the world. The Belfast fans who've travelled over here, you saw them earlier, they're making their presence felt. They think Kelly maybe he's got this in the bag, but let's not count any chickens here. Mbityi, I think, might really go for it. Probably came here suspecting that he'd have to win clearly to get it, fighting in the other fella's backyard.
I think this has been really nice boxing from Damean Kelly. Used the ring well, picked his punches, and most of all just kept concentration throughout this fight.
Really does look extremely clever, doesn't he, Kelly? Switch it again, Mbityi, but can't land. Now you see him, now you don't.
And there's the man, I think, in Kelly, who's, you know, he knows he's not the biggest puncher, he knows he's a puncher who cuts these days. So, you know, he's built up his whole technique around lots of movement, lots of lateral movement, certainly.
There's that nasty little slippery patch in the ring yet again. Pretty painful, you don't need that when you've just been through 11 and a half rounds.
Yes, it sort of upsets you with him all the time when you're trying to move like Damean Kelly is. You don't need that.
Kelly fighting here like he thinks he's got this in the bag on the scorecard. Just playing the percentages a bit in this last round, not getting involved too much. Heads almost banging together there.
With a decent left hook off Mbityi there. Kelly just stood around a second too long.
Mbityi lunging a bit desperately, got in with a right hand and a left hook. Kelly has to be careful about that. For a moment there, he was open. Has to stay elusive. Last 40 seconds. Great right hand from Kelly. He put up a very good battle, these two, here in Peterborough tonight. Mbityi getting there with a series of headshots.
He really did a bit more to win the last session here, Mbityi.
We'll get the final bell in a quarter of a minute's time. This is going to go to the three judges. Good combination from Kelly. Comes out that little bad patch he had. Final bell any moment, there it is. Celebrations among the Irish fans, but are they premature? Because the Mbityi corner are also celebrating, so there'll be a debate here, all right, about who's got this. I gave Mbityi the last round with a cluster of headshots, but I still make Kelly a 2-point winner. How about you, Glenn?
I can't say very hard, but I give Kelly a 2 points. 2 points. I give Mbityi the last round, but I still make Kelly a 2-point winner.
But the computer sees it closer. 119 landed, Kelly, and Mbityi 160. The South African, in fact, threw more shots. There were, well, look at that, my maths isn't good enough, but it's, what, 1,200 punches, as near as makes no difference, through the fight. That's 100 punches around we saw there being thrown.
That's an awful lot of punches, but I give it to Kelly by the 2 points, 116 to 114. And I think he boxed very, very well there. Excellent display of boxing from Damean Kelly.
Michael Hawkins in the corner there. They look confident enough, but so did Michael Brodie the other week, and scandalously, in my view, it went against him. So what happens here? They're the three judges. Torben Hansen of Denmark, Steve Weisbrod of the USA, and on the left there, the experienced Roy Francis. Good scrap, wasn't it? Good scrap. And now we can get the decision now from John McDonald.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 12 rounds of World Championship Boxing, the judges' scores are as follows. Roy Francis, 114-116. Torben Hansen, 114-115. Stephen Weisfeld, 114-114. The winner and the new IBO Flyweight Champion of the World, from Turf Lodge in beautiful Belfast, the one, the only, Damean Kelly.
Kelly gets it, but it was close. The American judge scored it level. Roy Francis.
And ladies and gentlemen, please show your appreciation for our very game and great champion,
That was a tight fight.
Zolile
Kelly
Mbityi.
has been a good class of opponent there and can now move on to really fight the top men in this flyweight division. He could go all the way.
Mr. Jerry Woodlawn.
Wonder if he thought he'd done enough. Spencer Oliver, how did you see it?
I said, before they even announced the result, I said that really was that tight, that I had it a draw. I really thought it was that tight. Some of the rounds were so close, it was difficult to see which way the judges were going to score, but I thought it was worth even with a draw. But maybe being in Kelly's backyard,